What's up, everybody? Jason Allen, jasonallenonline.com. Hope everybody's doing well. So I was on this training last night. I was watching a recorded training. It's I got a course. It's from Samcart. It's called Creator U. I think I paid like $47 for it. It wasn't much. I literally was served an ad for it on Facebook, clicked on the ad, went over, and it was basically, this training course that had different stuff on traffic generation and sales and marketing, just basic marketing stuff like we're always talking about here. But I was watching one of the modules yesterday, which was on mindset. It was all about having the proper mindset for success. The gentleman that we're talking about it was a guy by the name of Brian Moran. He is the CEO and the founder of Samcart. And then another guy by the name of Jesse Elder. Now, I didn't get his full story, but he's a seven-figure earner in the internet marketing space. So these guys were just kind of having a candid discussion about creating the proper mindset for success, specifically geared towards marketing. And I think it was like an hour and a half long. But anyway, I was just watching it and taking some notes. And one of the things, so first off, we're always talking about having the proper mindset here and listening to mindset training and things like Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn and Les Brown, things like that. I'm always recommending you do every day. And the reason for that is, number one, you're going to maintain motivation and belief to actually do the things that you need to be doing on a daily basis to create real momentum in your life. That's reading, that's creating content, that's syndicating the content, working on building your audience and building a relationship with that audience. These are the things that you have to be doing day in, day out for an extended period of time in order to build a successful online business. And if you don't have the mindset for it, if you don't have the belief that your actions are going to pay off at some time and some point in the future, you're just never going to do the things. So that's number one, why you need to be really focusing on your mindset every day. And number two is just because when you have a positive, people are attracted to positivity. People are attracted to people that are going places. You bond, or you create rapport. You get into rapport with people that are like you or people that you want to be like. So if somebody's always really positive, if they're showing up every day and providing value, even if you're not like them yet, you'll go, man, I want to be like this guy. I want to be like this girl. I want to have that attitude. I want to have that zest for life. I want to have that bounce in my step like this person does. And so they're gonna follow you. And the more and more followers you get like that, then obviously the more success you're going to have. So it's really important, again, to work on your mindset. Well, one of the things in the training that really popped out at me that I really enjoyed was they were talking about doing a couple of things before you go to bed at night to set you up for the next day, to make sure that the next day you just have a very great, productive day, like you wake up and you get after it. And they also talked about how these things actually make them sleep better. So one of the things that they talked about was thinking about what you're grateful for, your gratitude, and your accomplishments. Now, I used to wake up every morning. I did this for probably about 6 or 7 months. I learned this from Tony Robbins. I used to wake up every morning and I would write down my goals and I would write down my gratitude. And it would be simple things. It'd be like my car, my job, my mom, like a song that I liked that made me feel good. I'd write that down. I'd write down all these simple things. And that benefited me quite a bit, believe it or not. It really got me in the mood It just got me feeling good. It just got me feeling positive and happy. Like I realized how much I have in life. But what he was talking about was doing it before you go to bed. And not only that, but thinking about little accomplishments that you had today and not taking the small things for granted. Because ultimately what we're trying to do is confidence, right? People follow confident people. People want to be around confident people. You have to create certainty in the mind of your prospects. And so you have to convey that with the way you speak. And one of the ways that you do that, one of the things that this gentleman said, Jesse Elder, he said, listen, the only way to create confidence is to look back at what you've already accomplished, not what you're going to do. Like your goals don't give you you should have goals to kind of guide you to where you're going and remind you what you're doing, why you're doing what you're doing. But ultimately, that's not what's going to give you confidence. Your confidence comes from thinking about what you did. And so you want to think about these small things that you did today. And that could be something as simple as, let's say I say you need to read every day, which you do. Let's say you read 1 page today. Don't take that for granted. Feel good about it. Before you go to bed tonight, write that down. Think about that. Like, wow, I read 1 page today. That's awesome. I listened to 10 minutes of something inspiring, right? I made a small podcast. I spoke for 3 minutes. I learned something on a training. I talked about it on a podcast, or I wrote about it in a blog. Just small things, these little wins, right? I spent time with my family. I did well at work. I had a good night at work. I'm in the service industry. I've been in the service industry my whole life. I did well at work. I had a good day at work. Whatever it is, there are these small things that happen during the day that we take for granted all the time. And if you just think about these 3 or 4 things, and even better if you write them down, you're going to have a good night's sleep, and you're going to wake up feeling positive and energized and happy the next day. The other thing that they talked about was really being intentional before you go to sleep about how you want to feel the next day. So when you wake up in the morning, how do you want to feel? You want to feel energized. You want to feel alive. You want to feel like really like you're in the right mindset to go after your goals, to make your dreams happen. You want to think about these things. You want to write them down. You want to, and basically he talks about how you're suggesting to your subconscious mind what you want. You're telling your subconscious mind, hey, this is what I want tomorrow. I want to be creative. I want to make a killer blog post. So mind, brain, go to work. Think of something for me to write about tomorrow. And your brain will go to work, and tomorrow you'll just have this great idea, and you'll wonder, like, where did this come from? Well, you told your brain to do it. So it might sound a little silly, but I'm doing it. I'm trying it, and I think that you should try it too. And also, I will say one thing about that is, when I used to have like writer's block and think about what I was going to talk about or what I was going to write about, I would literally sit down at my keyboard and I would write on like a blank screen. I would write, what am I going to talk about today? What happened today? What happened to yesterday? Or what happened yesterday? And I would literally just start typing these words out. And it's like something happened where it was telling my mind to access that space. And something always comes up. And he's basically just saying, give your brain even more time. Give your subconscious mind even more time to think about it. Tell it before you go to sleep. Hey, come up with something creative tomorrow to talk about. So those are just 2 tips that I picked up from that training. Like I said, it's a pretty good course. It's not that expensive, like $47. It's Sam Cart Creator U. Check it out. I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you got value, do me a favor and share this podcast with somebody else that you think might get value from it. head over to jasonallenonline.com. Check out all those resources I've got over there. I've gone over 10 minutes so far, so I'll let you go. Have a wonderful day, and talk to you tomorrow.